Welcome to the banks of the Red Cedar, East Lansing, home of the Michigan State Spartans, where the fans have been ready for hours in anticipation of this big one we have coming up. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Michigan State Spartans. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The give to the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, dude.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't...
Reels it in down the left side. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Clemson.
And the defense lets the big tight end get behind him, and you could see it. When he saw his tight end streaking down the field, he knew he had to throw it up in the air, let him go make a play. He does it. Big play for this offense.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense got to stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back?
Oh, look out! The 10! And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
And the big play starts with the quarterback making the right decision, getting the defense to come to him, pitching the football, and Jesse, the running back, catches it and does the rest.
He does, and he also had good blocking downfield, too. Some of those receivers outside helping him out, but, man, with his speed when he's on the perimeter, the options executed that well, it is virtually impossible.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Leaves it with the back. And he works his way forward and finally down at the 15.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Using the spin move. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The option look. The pitch. At the 35, he's loose. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Might as well give it to him again. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson. Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You can see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger, Reese. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback moving. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going.
Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge game. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And with the ball in a spot like this, David, they might try to get something on the board before the break.
Oh, great opportunity to be aggressive. Find those couple plays you like. Push the ball down the field. At least try to get a field goal here, Palmer.
That's it, David. Just a couple of first downs here could be enough to steal 3 points before this half is over.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, Clemson.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's going to pass. Unloads to the right. Complete downfield. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. The old saying is pick your poison. Both of them are lethal when you deal with this guy. He fits that Clemson quarterback mold.
That's what stinks. So, yeah, I got to come up and worry about his legs and make sure I bring a safety down to be aggressive in stopping this Clemson running attack, and then he throws it over my head. So
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Fires to the big fella. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. The Tigers with the 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Dances away from the D. Working his way and keeping those legs moving. Picks up 5 down to the 14. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Run it with the fullback. Got enough space. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Touchdown, Clemson! And the beatdown has ensued. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the 2nd half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep it.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best 2 conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David. You're right. I think it's something players are...
Oh, look out on the right. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. And the route is on.
And you can tell he trusts his big tight end. Airing the football way down the field, treating him like a wide receiver because you know he's going to go up, make the big play, get you in the end zone, score a touchdown.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense.
29 Philly, 2-9 Philly.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Firing to the right, complete. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. On the option. He'll toss it. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. It's on target and complete.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's what catch you, big fella.
They're going to run it. Gets enough for the 1st down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the 3rd quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Clemson set up with another 1st down. Give to the fullback. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, trying to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
The offense knocking on the door, 1st and goal.
42 Spider.
Now on the option. Quick toss. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming.
Flip, flip.
They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And they stop him just short of the goal line. They'll mark it at the 1. They've moved it right to the edge, and they need 1 more yard for the touchdown on 3rd down. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Well, with a huge lead, interesting decision. Are you going to try to pad it with a field goal, or do you want to stay aggressive?
And what's nice is you got this big lead, so it really...
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. At the 40, there he goes. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. After picking up this 1st down on the ground, let's see what they do. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. And how about the timing on that pitch? Clemson now operating in the red zone. Here's the handoff. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try.
Touchdown, Clemson! And the pummeling has started. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had...
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Caught near the sticks. It's Armour. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Penny. Zings it complete to the right.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
Going for it all. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Quarterback will audible. Wants to throw on 3rd. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Final pass falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you could tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.